How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Prime Energon, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Hot Wheels and Mattel collaboration Transformers BONESHAKER, a fantastic figure. One of my favorite crossovers, I have to say, coming out so far. Now, there is another one, Twin Meal. I did not get him just because I don't like him. Okay, I like BONESHAKER better, so I picked up BONESHAKER over Twin Meal. Maybe in the future I'll pick up Twin Meal, but for right now, we're gonna do BONESHAKER. So thank you guys for joining me here on Prime Energon. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. It'll really help the channel out. We're trying to build up Prime Energon, and we need your guys' help. So subscribe, tell your mom, tell your grandma, tell your kids. Come on over to Prime Energon and subscribe. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. He does come in car mode out of the packaging, just like a nice little Hot Wheels car. So here we go, Transformers, Hot Wheels, some Mattel branding up top, and we got BONESHAKER in his robot mode and his hot rod mode. And I have to say, this is a badass Transformer. You got Autobot symbol down here, so he is a good guy. BONESHAKER. We got some Hasbro branding down there at the bottom. Going on over to the back, again, some more Hot Wheels stuff. On the back, you get your crossover 2025 More Than Meets the Eye badge on the back. You get BONESHAKER in robot mode and in car mode, transformed in 22 steps. And there you go for the sizing right there. So he's about 5 inches tall. And then you also do get some Transformers, Hot Wheels, Mattel, all the branding over here on the packaging. So we are starting off in his hot rod mode, just because he comes like this out of the box. And I have to say, like I said, this thing looks badass. Look at the detail they're able to get on this guy. Look at the front skull on there, the flames, the engine detail. You get some nice Hot Wheels branding on there. This thing looks fully decked out in paint, silver paint. You get some nice yellow for the lights, some nice red for the shocks. Again, looking really nice. Some nice silver paint for these exhaust pipes coming out, and some nice flames, some yellow and red flames on there, done on a black plastic, done really nicely. The rims are painted as well, done really nicely. Going on over to the back, you get some nice little fake seats in there, done in a brown leather, so that's also pretty cool. You get some detailing on the back with the gas tank, and some nice little detail going on into the back area as well. Going on over the back, you get some red lights painted on there, and the back cleans up nicely. This guy looks pretty cool. Checking out the bottom, again, cleans up pretty nicely as well. Like you can already tell, this is a Transformer just by looking at it. It's so freaking cool. So here we go for that. And here is the actual Hot Wheels BONESHAKER. Now, I was not able to find the actual same color, but we got the same guy right here. Again, fantastic job with this. Checking out the front of these two guys. Look at that. That is pretty cool. Checking out the inside. They did a pretty good job on that as well. Almost spot on. Look at that. That is actually pretty cool. Checking out the rear and checking out the top. Done very nicely for. But yeah, looking really cool now. Isn't that cool? Yeah, there you go for that. So some car comparisons really quick. So here we got Transformers BONESHAKER, and then here we go for the Transformers crossover Gigawatt, just to give you guys an idea of the size comparison for those two. Transformers Code Red for that as well. Looking very nice. And finally, here we got the Transformers Devastation Wheeljack, just to give you guys an idea of the size of BONESHAKER. Very nice. So let's go ahead and transform him into his robot mode. Pretty simple to do. Usually I start in robot mode, but since he came like this, we're going to go ahead and do it like so. So we're going to go ahead and open up these panels right here on the side. And then we're going to go ahead and release this whole back piece, which is going to be his legs. And we're going to swing him out just like so. And then we're going to bring this piece out and separate the legs. And then we're going to knock in these pieces down there. And there you go for that pretty much. And then now we're going to go ahead and take the fake seats and swing them backwards just like that. Take the seat, swing it back out, and then now we can close up these panels right here and get those out of the way. And that is the lower half legs pretty much done and complete. Pretty much done and complete. Now we're going to come up here to the top and unhinge the wheels up here. We're going to crack open this piece, which will reveal his head. We're going to bring out the arms, which are tucked in here quite nicely, and bring those all the way up, and then swing the arm around just like so. Bring this all the way up, swing the arm around, and now we can bring this whole chest piece down, and that will sort of doop into place. Bring the head, and now we can close up the chest, and that will snap in. Bring the arms back down, take out the wrists, and just sort of angle these back, and there you go for BONESHAKER. Now, very, very nice that the actual front of the car becomes his chest. That is pretty cool, and this is a badass looking guy. So taking a look at some detail. Love the head sculpt. He may look like a Decepticon, but he is actually an Autobot. So there you go for the head sculpt. Some nice red visoring, some smokestacks coming out the side of his head, looking really nice. Love his mouth guard, done in a nice silver. Really, really good face sculpt. And then you get the Hot Wheels branding. Of course, the front of the car becomes his chest. How badass is that? Taking a look at some detail on his torso right here. You get some nice detailing on his torso, done in a black paint with some tubing going up there. Some nice orange for his crotch. Taking a look at the legs. A little bit of black paint on the legs. Taking out that detail on his knees. Looking really, really nice. Now, he has no feet, pretty much. No toes. It's okay. I'm not mad about it. You get the back of the car mode as the front of his feet. And, of course, you get this whole side right here. And the back of his feet are going to be the seats. And then taking a look at his arms, you get some nice orange detailing for the arms. Some gray plastic up here, but still nice detailing. A little bit of hollowness in there, but that's due to transformation. And then checking out the side of the arms and back, cleans up pretty well. Minimal backpack. So that is also quite nice. And the top of the shoulders clean up well. You can have these angled down or angled up, depending on your preference. So articulation of BONESHAKER. Head is on the ball joint. Can look up quite a bit. You can look up very, very much. Look down only that far. Can go all the way around. And the arms can go all the way out. And they can go all the way around as well. You do get a 90-degree bend at the bicep. You get some bicep rotation. And then you do get a unhindered waist rotation as well. Legs can kick forward, they can kick back, and they can kick all the way out. You get some upper thigh rotation, and they can bend well over 90 degrees at the knee. And then you also do get that weird ankle tilt right there. So that is a nice touch. It just looks a little awkward, but you do have that if you want it. And like I said, the wheels can go either all the way up or all the way down, depending on your preference. And I have to say that I forgot to click this little piece in right here, that the shoulders do look a little low for my taste. I wish they were just a little bit higher, but it is what it is. But there you go for Transformers BONESHAKER. All right, so a quick comparison in robot mode. So here we got BONESHAKER, and here we got Transformers crossover Stranger Things Code Red. Definitely way taller than BONESHAKER, but BONESHAKER is actually pretty good deluxe size figure. Now we're going to go on over to Transformers Devastation Wheeljack, which is pretty much in line as far as size-wise goes. So there you go for that comparison. Going over to Gigawatt, another Transformers crossovers from Back to the Future, and very, very nicely done. Now, one thing I did forget to mention is going to be his accessories. So it pretty much just comes with this gear shift. You get a nice Autobot symbol on there with some crossbones on there, some nice red paint on a gray plastic, and it's okay. It looks like almost like a shock. gear shifter is just really, he's meant to hold it like this, and then it goes into a peg over here for a car mode, and it's really not the best when it comes down to accessories. I wish they gave him a gun or something, but it is what it is, and this is what you get for BONESHAKER, a really huge knob. He has a huge knob
and he's got a big knob
in his hand, and yeah, that's pretty much all you get for accessories. So my thoughts of BONESHAKER, definitely one of my favorite crossovers. This guy looks phenomenal. He looks beautiful. He looks badass. Definitely love this guy. A lot more than Twin Mill, and like I said, I will pick up Twin Mill in the future. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this review of Transformers crossovers Hot Wheels BONESHAKER. If you guys did, give this video a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. I will see you next time here on Prime Energon. Peace.